No, these muscles are for show. I know, hey, I gotta leave this young thing alone. Let's go back to our interview format. And I've been acting for, it's 10 years now. This is a plaque that I got from Touchstone Theater. It was a production called Untold Truths that Cassie Johnson and I put together. It was a play about the minority experience in predominantly white institutions of education and how rough that can be sometimes. We sold out our entire run at the Touchstone Theater in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. It was the first professional thing I had ever done. With Untold Truths, Cassie Johnson and Robert Riley exemplify the artist's role in the community, posing questions, not answers, sparking dialogue where communication is blocked, and challenging audiences to be forces for change. Now, I didn't know that that's what I was signed up for when I wanted to be an actor. And once I figured out I could do that, I said, I want to do it forever. When I first got out of school, you know, I didn't have an agent. We did a showcase. I got my master's at Ohio University and did an internship at Cincinnati Playhouse in the Park and came back to New York. And I had to try and find my first acting job and try and find an agent. And I had a little bit of interest because of the showcase, but nothing spectacular, no one to sign with. And I'd gotten backstage and I peeled through it and I found an audition for Fences. And I Googled the director, and I found out where he worked, and I wrote the director, and I wrote the casting director, and I wrote the theater, and I sent them my headshot and my resume with a nice little cover letter, and asked them for an audition, told them I was classically trained, promised them I wouldn't waste their time, so I got the audition, got the call back. This time I knew what it was, and then I was on the road doing Fences for 5.5 months at Hartford, Dallas, and Portland Center Stage. You've got to put in some hard work, and you've got to want it. If you could picture yourself doing something else, maybe you shouldn't be doing this, because it's not going to be easy. I can promise you that much. While I was doing Chasing Manet, David Margulies said that someone had told him once, there are no great teachers, there are only great students. You know, I had a dream come true and didn't even know it was a dream when I got to do Cat on a Hot Tin Roof with James Earl Jones. I understudied Terrence Howard. And I was able to play Brick about 25 times during the run. The best part of it was that 45 minutes where it was just me and James on the couch, and man, he's amazing. Like, he's just always there for you and so real and honest. And he came to see Chasing Manet, and I got to meet him again out in the lobby, and he, you know, he was just as excited to see me as I was to see him, and there were no handshakes, just big hugs. This djembe, actually, I purchased when I was doing Joe Turner's Come and Go down at Baltimore Center Stage. So there's a part in Joe Turner's Come and Go where they have what's called a juba. And the juba is a joyous celebration. Me and my cast members in Joe Turner's Come and Go decided to have our own juba outside of the show every day before the show began, as a way to just kind of bring each other together, and I would play the drums for us. So in an effort to do that, well, I guess I'll just demonstrate some of that here and try not to disturb the folks around us. They'll enjoy it, I promise.